Our next performer is also an 8th grader who has received many awards and acclamations over her 3 years of performing forensics. This year she placed 4th in the state at the KESDA competition for her public speaking speech, which discussed Cliques, and placed 5th in both public and in storytelling at the KHSSL state competition. Maddie will now perform her storytelling piece entitled You Are Special.
The little wooden people, called Wendigs, scurry around about their days doing what they always do, giving stars to those who are pretty and talented, and giving dogs to those who make mistakes. But thanks to a new friend, Punchinello learns a very important lesson that kids of all ages need to hear. No matter how others judge their worth, they are cherished, each of them, as they are. Max Lucado is an award-winning author and best-selling speaker, and with his story entitled You Are Special, he gives us a sense of how human beings should interact with each other. You Are Special by Max Lucado. The Wendigs were small wooden people. Each of the wooden people was hand-carved by a woodworker named Eli. Eli's shop sat on a hill overlooking the entire village. Every Wendig was different. Some had big noses, others had large eyes. Some were tall and others were short. Some wore hats and others wore coats, but all were made by the same carver and all lived in the village. All day, every day, the Wendigs did the same thing. They gave each other stickers. Each Wendig had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets, all over the city, the Wendigs could be seen sticking stars and dots on one another. The pretty ones, those with smooth wood and fine paint, always got stars. But if the wood was rough or the paint chipped, the Wendigs gave dots. The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads or jump over tall boxes. Still, others knew big words or could sing very pretty songs. Everyone gave them stars. Some Wendigs had stars all over them. When a Wendig got a star, it made them feel so good inside that they would try to do something else and get another star. Others, though, could do little. They got dots. Punchinello was one of these. He tried to jump high like the other Wendigs, but he always fell, and when he fell, the others would gather around him and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, he would scar his wood, so the Wendigs would give him even more dots. He deserves lots of dots, the Wendigs would agree with one another. He's not a good wooden person. After a while, Punchinello believed them. I'm not a good Wendig, he would say to himself. The few times that he did go outside, though, he hung around the other Wendigs with lots of dots. He felt better around them. But one day, he met a Wendig unlike any he had ever met. She had no stars or dots. She was just wooden, and her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers. It's just that the stickers didn't stick. Some admired Lucia for having no dots, so they would run to her and give her a star. But it would fall off. Others looked down upon Lucia for having no stars, so they would run to her and give her a dot. But it wouldn't stay either. That's the way I want to be, Punchinello said to himself, and he finally asked this stickerless woman how she did it. It's easy, Lucia replied. Every day, I go and see Eli. Eli? Yes, Eli, the woodcarver. I sit in the workshop with him. Why? Well, why don't you go find out for yourself? Lucia was already gone. So Punchinello went home. He sat by a window and watched the Wemmicks scurry by, giving each other stars and dots. "It's not right," he said to himself. And he finally resolved to go see Eli. He made his way up the narrow path to the top of the hill and stepped into the large workshop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. A stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on his tiptoes to see the top of the workbench. A hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard. "I'm not staying here," he said to himself, and he turned to leave. But then he heard his name. "Punchinello!" The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. "Punchinello! Oh, how good to see you. Come, let me have a look at you." Punchinello turned slowly. "You know my name?" "Of course I do. I made you." Eli scooped Punchinello off of the ground and set him on the workbench. Looks like you've been given a lot of bad marks." "Oh, I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried hard." "Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what the other Wemmicks think." "You don't?" "No, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give you stars or dots? They're Wemmicks just like you. All that matters is what I think. And I think you are pretty special." Punchinello laughed. "Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast. I can't jump high. My paint is peeling. Why would I matter to you?" Eli looked at Punchinello in the eyes and put his hands on his small wooden shoulders and spoke very slowly. "Because you're mine. That's why you matter to me." Punchinello swallowed even harder. I mean, he had never had anyone speak to him like this, let alone his maker. He didn't know what to say. "Every day I've been hoping you'd come." "Well, I came because I met a woman who didn't have any stars or dots. Why don't the stickers stay on her?" "Because she has decided that what I think is far more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them." "What?" "The stickers only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love, the less the stickers will matter." "Oh, well, I'm not sure I understand." "You will, but it will take time. For now, just come back to see me every single day and let me remind you how much I love you." Punchinello turned to leave. "But remember, Punchinello, you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes." Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart, he thought, "I think he really means it." And when he did, a dot fell